So now moving ahead, we have a special session on e-mobility, energy transformation, waste management, sustainability by Neelam Janaiah, Vice Chairman and Managing Director, Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Department, Corporation Limited, Government of Telangana. We welcome you on stage, sir.
Good afternoon to all. Welcome to this session of the second APAC Conclave on the Sustainable Urban Innovation Conclave today. And I am from the Telangana state of Hyderabad, being representing the Telangana State Renewable Energy Development Corporation as a Vice Chairman and Managing Director. I would like to say briefly about prior to my discussion session about the Telangana. That the state is formed in the year of 2014, and within the span of 9 years, we have crossed the net AP demand, and whereas the per capita consumption prior to the state formation is only 1300 units, now we have crossed 2200 kilowatt hour units, and the peak load demand we have already crossed the combined Andhra Pradesh demand of the total 23 districts earlier prior to the formation of the Telangana state. And now our RE capacity is around 6000 megawatts, with the rooftop segment around 500 megawatts. And all the waste energy plant, which is happens to be the one of the largest in India so far, is 120 megawatts in Hyderabad. All the Hyderabad wastage, around 8,000 tons of daily municipal solid waste, is being converted to the power by the RE sustainability. And regarding other aspects, we are implementing the various energy efficiency measures. And one of the first pioneer to have the ECBC code implementation, and all the PAT schemes, demand side managements, and a lot of other things are being initiated. Being the new state and a newly born state after only 9 years of age old, now we are reaching the demand to beat Bangalore demand. Hyderabad demand is now crossed the Bangalore metro demand, and we are second only to the Bombay in India. That's why we are pioneering in various aspects of the technological innovations and also the meeting the urban and industrial need of the Telangana state. When it comes to the today's session, I am very happy to be associated with you all this today's afternoon. Regarding the tackling challenges of India's energy sector through the technology for a sustainable future, when it comes to the energy and demand supply gap, the country's demand, as you all know, 223 gigawatts, and the gap is around only 0.4% to 0.5%. That means around 10 to 12 gigawatts of the power supply gap between the supply and demand gap of India. As far as the supply is concerned, majority of the power is from the conventional energy, as you are all very aware. 80% of the power demand is through the conventional energy, whereas 172 gigawatts of the present solar power or RE power, whatever the renewable energy contribution is around 172 gigawatts as of now, and our target is going to be 500 gigawatts in future. Whatever the challenges we are facing through the RE penetration and also the grid stability, and also in future the country needs more RE penetration, for which all we are here to have what are the issues and other discussions which are to be taking place in all the forums of the present day. The supply demand gap will be definitely very meager, and with the more penetration of the RE sector, definitely that gap will be fulfilled, and the variations between the various power shortages between the regions to region, or northern region to southern region, or within the region, intrastate regions will be met easily through the national grid as we have already developed from north to south entire in India. When it comes to the environmental impact, definitely nowadays we are facing the lot of environmental impact, weather changing, as we are presently consuming the 80% of our energy requirements from the fossil fuel, and all the carbon emissions are in the environment, which is causing the lot of environmental hazards and causing for the pollution, and our generations are badly needed clean energy. So to avoid these things, definitely we will have to penetrate more on the RE power segment, for which we need a lot of upfront financial investment and also the technological solutions. As we have seen, from where with the 17 rupees per unit solar power in the past days from the Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission to present day 2 rupees per unit. So that technological innovation and R&D initiation with the RE power definitely has changed the momentum, and the country definitely reaching out to the target as assigned by the Honorable Prime Minister by 2030 or by 2017 net zero, which is highly ambitious target. Country definitely cannot achieve net zero, but can reach out to the targets in a broader way, because to achieve a net zero, all the power has to be from the renewables only, which is merely impossible as we have only seen the present day scenario. That's why environment impact will also to be studied, and resustainability of the solar panels will also a critical issue after some period of time. After period of the lifetime, like 25 years or 35 years, 30 years, whatever the lifespan of a solar power plant. Regarding the energy access, somehow with the, as we have seen, because of the national grid connectivity and the effective functioning of the ISTS mechanism, the grid stability achieved more or less so far uniformly throughout the India, because somewhere in else the temperatures will be around 30 degrees, and whereas somewhere in else will be getting 20 degrees. The variations in the weather and the region and the uh, grid will be definitely meet through with, because of the national grid provided by the Power Grid Corporation as of now. When it comes to the leveraging technology, harnessing of various vast potential of renewable energy sources, as of now our energy mix is 26%, which the government is aiming to achieve at least 40 to 50% in future. Definitely. But the thing is, grid stability is an integral part which plays a vital role for RE integration in the market. But we have seen in the Tamil Nadu, where more than 10,000 megawatts of the wind power suddenly got tripped, means the national grid will all collapse at that time, because of the technological issues and also the frequency changing and all these things. Later on, continuous persuasion with the various R&D activities by our technological experts from IITs and all these guys, now somehow that issue has been resolved. Recently, even in Rajasthan also we have faced the 7,000 megawatts once it tripped RE power, then grid faced some critical issues. All these things can also be easily solved with the IoT mechanism, whatever the available with our technological experts, and that can be addressed in future, and it has to be addressed thoroughly for the future generations. For all these things, definitely energy storage will play a crucial role. Nowadays, alternate solutions has come, not only the battery storage, but PSPV mechanism, pumped storage, wherever the hydro water potential is available. During the daytime, with the available solar power, we can generate the good amount of power, and that can be stored during the night time, and it will be utilized during the night, duly avoiding the conventional power. That storage solutions nowadays becoming very easy, because whatever the pumped water will be again generated through the system by reverse pumping during the peak load hours. Thus, by average power cost will be 2 rupees 50 paisa to 3 rupees only. In our state, we are developing around 1000 to 1200 megawatts at a single location on the Godavari river basin in Telangana. That is the one of the good concept that can also be easily solve our storage solutions, so that the whatever the cheaper power available in the market can be stored in a proper way, and it will be used in the peak load hours demand. And about the smart grids also plays nowadays a crucial role for grid stability. A city like Lucknow or Ahmedabad, Hyderabad, these where we will be having more than 2 to 3,000 megawatts of the capacity demand, that can be easily addressed to the smart grid solutions in a proper way, where the grid stability will be more to meet the present day scenario. And when it comes to the sustainable of urban innovation, that is a very crucial part. Sustainability of urban innovation leads to the market stability of the green power and electrification of the entire transportation sector, because 30 to 40% of the transportation sector is under regular HSDR, whatever the fuel consumption, where we will be getting a lot of pollution. To avoid that thing, we have to adapt to the latest techniques like hydrogen and also the EV penetration. Thus, by we can save a lot. As per the Niti Aayog study, around 10,000 vehicles of a four wheelers, 250 crores rupees per annum that can be saved for our exchequer. That is lot of environmental solutions, and also the hazardous emissions of the whatever the carbon emissions will be reduced, and our exchequer, foreign exchecking, whatever the money we will be saving, that can be utilized to the other purposes of the nation. That's why rapid electrification of the transportation sector is needed. Nowadays, railways is already pioneering in attaining the self-sustainability of their entire railway utilities, and our government is also initiating a lot of EV buses in our transport sector, and we can also adapt to the trucks also in future, so that long range trucks 500 to 600 or 700 kilometers range, that will be switched out to the energy transition mechanism, thus by saving the mass transport to the non-carbon areas. When it comes to the energy efficiency, earlier days we used to have star rated appliances. Whatever the appliances nowadays we are using, quality supply, reliable supply, and also the efficient supply. These are the nowadays new slogans. We used to see nowadays number of appliances are being rated either 3 star or 4 star or 5 star, including the uh, ACs also nowadays. Energy efficient techniques are to be adapted, so that the best technology available will be giving the best energy efficient mechanism, so that the reliable power supply will be reached out to the end user. And the digitalization of technology, this also plays an important role. Whatever the inputs we are giving to the industry, and what will be the output, and what are the various initiatives that can be addressed to, so that the best of optimistic technologies can be adapted in our regular consumption pattern of the power utilities. These are the various sustainable measures which are to be adapted by our country, and various states are being implementing various measures, as we have seen Bihar's case in our previous presentations. What are the whatever may be the technological innovations, As per the Government of India's directions and also the MOP guidelines and Bureau of Energy Efficiency, MNRE guidelines, we are moving towards a path of net zero by 2070 and by 500 gigawatts of RE power by 2030. Already we have crossed the 20 by 2022 to 172 gigawatts or whatever the target. And definitely, as being the citizens of country, we must all adapt to the India's pledge of green energy and meeting the environmental standards in our day-to-day life and also in coming days. And thank you for all for giving me an opportunity to share our thought.
Thank you so much, Neelam sir, for sharing your views. I would like to call on stage Amit Kumar Singh sir, IAS Special Secretary, Urban Development Department and Joint Managing Director, Jal Nigam Government of Uttar Pradesh, to felicitate Neelam sir with the speaker memento. On stage, sir, please.